What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Today we made $430 trading NQ, super light risk day. This was an eval trade we took, which was ended up being a break even. So I ended up getting stopped out on this news candle trying to trade evals before news, which I don't recommend. But like I saw a setup and I wanted to try and pass an eval. Ended up getting stopped out break even. And then this was our winning trade today. Not bad with the risk reward 1.86. I just shy of TP. I ended up actually probably catching about like 1.75. But everything's in the Discord. If you guys go to the live trade commentary in the Discord, if you guys want to join the Discord, link is in the pinned comment and the description. Executions on the first trade, all that stuff is in here when I was entering the trade and all that stuff. Live trading soon, so if you guys want to join up, link is in the description. Click that and yeah, join up with us. So anyway, coming into the day, I really was kind of torn on the bias. I didn't really have a bias. I kind of just wanted to wait and see what price wanted to do. But coming into the session, we had an SMT off of these highs from yesterday. NQ took out those highs and ES didn't. And then we also had a bullish SMT on the higher time frame off the lows. So really conflicting days. So I kind of just wanted to wait and see what price wanted to do. So starting off at market open, price initially pulled up here, and then we had an initial kind of sell-off, and I believe we had an SMT at the highs. Yeah, we had a lower time frame SMT at the highs, and then from there price kind of started to respect bearish order flow. So on the 4 minute we had this nice push to the downside, and then price came back in and was respecting this 4 minute bearish FEG right here. And I want to see price push down lower and continue to maybe take out these relative equal lows down here, or just push into this and then fill in that fair value gap, push a little bit lower, manipulate, and then maybe after the news we'd get a push up. So again, price came down. We had an SMT off the highs. We had a 4 minute bearish FEG getting respected, and then I took entry right here at 953 on this 1 minute bearish inverted fair value gap close right there. So I entered right here, stops above the wick, and I just literally wanted to run take profit into here or CE of the gap or just something down there. And as soon as we got into a good amount of profit right here, I moved my stop loss to break even because, like I said, there was news at 10. We had jolts at 10, and we're just going to kind of see if we took the gamble. If it ended up hitting take profit, it would have been good, or if not, we would have got stopped out break even. So stop loss to break even, and then we ended up getting taken out break even right on that 10 a.m. candle. So that was fine from there. Again, that was just an eval trade, so break even on that. If it did hit though, it would have been a nice scalp, but not a bad setup overall. Then from there, price ended up barely, I think it just barely filled this 1 hour bullish fair value gap right here. It barely wicked into it. Super low wick into it right there. And then from there, we started to get a reaction to the upside. And I almost ended up shorting off of this 5 minute inverse right here. So if you see this 5 minute bullish gap got inversed, and then the retrace, the only reason I didn't enter was because we didn't get a strong bearish close right here. If we had a stronger bearish close, I wanted to see shorts down to take out these relative equal lows, but we didn't end up getting that short. So from there, order flow started to shift bullish, and we still had all of these draws buy side. We still had this high. We had, if we put the kill zones indicator on, we had these old Asia highs, we had these swing highs, and then we had an hourly fair value gap all the way up here. So we still had a ton of highs up there. From there, I noticed that price was respecting this 4 minute bullish fair value gap, and then it broke structure to the upside, and it continued to maintain bullish order flow. Now from there, I went down to the 3 minute, and I seen on the 3 minute we had inversed this 3 minute bearish FEG. We came up, we retraced in, and we're respecting a 3 minute bullish fair value gap as well. So we inversed and we were respecting this gap. This is like showing that order flow likely wants to continue bullish and continue to take out those continued higher time frame buy side draws. So for me, like I said, 4 minute was respecting this gap right here. We go to the 3 minute, we inverse this bearish FEG. We're respecting a bullish fair value gap right here. For me, I'm just looking for something on the lower time frame on like the 1 minute to take an entry, and I want to see price come up and take out all those higher time frame buy side draws from the previous day and maybe up into that gap. So going down to the 1 minute, I look for the highest time frame inversion. I don't see anything on the 2 minute. I don't see anything on the 1 minute either, but we do get this bullish close right here on the 1 minute. And on the 30 second, this was actually an inverse close as well. So I ended up just entering after this 1 minute candle close. I put my stops below the 3 minute fair value gap, and I basically just targeted all those draws to the upside. So this draw up into the final take profit, which was this hourly bearish FEG. So right here, I scaled some out up here, and then my final take profit was 0.518 right at the start of this gap. I ended up just closing it out just shy of it, I think like right around here or something like that. And then price actually ended up filling C of that gap, and now it's been coming down since there. So full take profit was pretty much hit. We ended up hitting about 1.86R, or just a little bit less than that at the peak, probably about 1.75, just keeping that wider stop loss just to be safe. But again, I'll run through this trade again just because this was the more important trade. We came down and we barely wicked in and filled in this gap on the hourly. Then from there, we're kind of seeing and waiting for an order flow shift. We did have an SMT at the lows. NQ made a higher low. ES made a lower low, so we had an SMT at the lows. I seen that order flow in the lower time frame was bullish. We were respecting this 4-minute bullish for value gap. We start running to the upside. On the 3-minute, we shift order flow. We inverse this bearish FVG. We come back in and we retest this 3-minute gap. So we have an invalidation and a continuation. So the order flow is clearly shifting. We look for the highest time frame inversion. We don't really have anything, but we enter off this 1-minute bullish close, which was also a 30-second inverse, and we're just targeting those continued buy side draws and liquidity all the way up to that hourly fair value gap, and pretty much full take profit was hit, scaled up on the way. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Pretty good day of trading, plus 430 on the day, so not too bad. We'll be back tomorrow. We have news tomorrow. I don't remember what we have. I think we do have 10 a.m. news tomorrow, though, so we'll see how that goes. And until the next one, I'll see you guys then. Peace.